Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, The feasts of Adonai, which you shall proclaim to be holy convocations, these are my feasts, which you shall proclaim at their appointed times. And you shall count for yourselves from the day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be completed. Count 50 days to the day after the 7th Sabbath. Then you shall offer a new grain offering to Adonai. You shall bring from your dwellings 2 wave loaves of 2/10 of an ephah. They shall be of fine flour, they shall be baked with leaven. They are the first fruits to Adonai. And you shall offer with the bread 7 lambs of the first year without blemish, 1 young bull, and 2 rams. They shall be as a burnt offering to Adonai, with their grain offering and their drink offerings, an offering made by fire, for a sweet aroma to Adonai. Then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats as a sin offering, and 2 male lambs of the first year as a sacrifice of a peace offering. The priest shall wave them with the bread of the firstfruits, as a wave offering before Adonai with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to Adonai for the priest. And you shall proclaim on the same day that it is a holy convocation to you. You shall do no customary work on it. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. In the scriptures, Shavuot is called the Festival of Weeks, Chag HaShavuot, the Festival of Reaping, Chag HaKatzir, the Day of First Fruits, Yom HaBikurim, and Pentecost, which is Greek for 50th day. Shavuot is a celebration of the harvest of the first fruits of late spring. In addition to wheat and barley, dates, figs, grapes, were brought to the temple by worshippers. Shavuot is the only feast of Adonai where leaven is allowed in the mincha. At this time, the book of Ruth is read. The story of Ruth and Boaz demonstrates a Gentile being grafted into the Torah and the Commonwealth of Israel. Therefore remember that you, the Goyim, Gentile, in the flesh, were at that time separate from Messiah, alienated from the Commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of the promise, having no hope and without God in the world. But now, in Messiah Yeshua, you who were once far off are made near in the blood of Messiah. What else happened on this date in history? The giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai, where Adonai entered into the marriage covenant with Israel. And 1,500 years later, another fire comes down on another mountain. Tongues of fire of the Ruach HaKodesh came down on the first Talmudim of Yeshua, while on the mountain of Yerushalayim. The devout Jews and Jewish proselytes from the diaspora gathered at Jerusalem for Shavuot were amazed to hear Yeshua's Talmudim speaking in their native languages, declaring the mighty works of Adonai. Remember, at the first giving of the Torah, Moses broke the tablets after witnessing the symbol of the golden calf. 3,000 Israelites died that day. 1,500 years later, the Ruach HaKodesh fell on the Jewish believers on Pentecost, Shavuot. 3,000 Israelites came to life spiritually that day. These Talmudim were the first fruits of Joel's prophecy. But this is what has been spoken through the prophet Yoel. It will be in the last days, says Adonai, that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams. Yes, and on my servants and on my handmaidens in those days I will pour out my spirit, and they will prophesy. book of Joel appears to be set during the time of first fruits of Shavuot, the barley and wheat harvest. Be confounded, you farmers, wail, you vineyard keepers, for the wheat and for the barley, for the harvest of the field is perished. The first Talmudim were also first fruits of another prophecy. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my ordinances, and do them. Behold, the days come, says Adonai, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Yehudah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers, in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Mitzrayim, which my covenant they broke, although I was a husband to them. But this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. I will put my law in their inward parts, and I will write it in their heart. In other words, the first Torah, given at Mount Sinai, was written on stone. This time, the Torah is written on the heart. Many times we have turned away from obeying His Torah, His instructions, which were given for our good. And He has been true to His word. Now it shall come to pass, when all these things come upon you, the blessing and the curse which I have set before you. And you call them to mind among all the nations where Adonai your God drives you, and you return to Adonai your God, and obey His voice according to all that I command you today, you and your children, with all your heart and with all your soul. That Adonai your God will bring you back from captivity and have compassion on you, and gather you again from all the nations where Adonai your God has scattered you. If any of you are driven out to the farthest parts under heaven, from there Adonai your God will gather you, and from there He will bring you. Then Adonai your God will bring you to the land which your fathers possessed, and you shall possess it. He will prosper you and multiply you more than your fathers. And Adonai your God will circumcise your heart and the heart of your descendants, to love Adonai your God with all your heart and with all your soul, that you may live. So Shavuot is about bread and Torah, food of the first fruits offerings, words directly from the mouth of Adonai. That rings a bell. But He, Yeshua, answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of Adonai. Yeshua is quoting Deuteronomy 8:3, and he is referring to the Torah, Genesis to Deuteronomy. Yeshua is a living Torah. He walked according to Torah, and we are to walk as He walked. Choosing to obey the laws of God according to Torah is not legalism. It's obedience. We have all gone astray and deserve the curses of the law. Thankfully, the Lord has laid on Him the avon, the consequence for iniquity, of us all. Grace is not a license to sin. Repent, shuv, and be immersed, every one of you, in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, for the forgiveness of sins, and you will receive the gift of the Ruach HaKodesh. This Shavuot, hear the Shevarim shofar call. It's time to shuv. Let us search and try our ways, and turn
אשא דרכנו ונחקורה ונשובה עד אדוני ונשובה עד אדוני לכו ונשובה אל אדוני לכו ונשובה אל אדוני. Come and let us return to the נישא לבבנו אל כפיים אל בשמיים נישא לבבנו אל כפיים אל בשמיים ונשובה עד אדוני ונשובה עד אדוני לכו ונשובה אל אדוני לכו אל אדוני. Come and let us return to the Lord. Near the Falade Adonai, near the Falade Adonai, near the Falade Adonai, near the Falade Adonai.